Sisyphean.
Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Path of Exile, to our Path of Exile Treasure Hunt. Now, it's been a while since I last recorded an episode. The episodes have still been going up because I recorded a bunch of them in a batch, but it's been about a couple months since I last actually played this game. And in the time in between when I recorded the last episode and now, evidently, a new league has been launched. Keepers of the Flame, very cool looking, glowy purple logo thing they've got going on. And I'm sure there's all kinds of fun stuff that was added for the league. But of course, for this playthrough, we are not doing leagues. We are playing exclusively in Standard. So let's launch our game. I was reading through some of the patch notes, and there's some fun stuff that's been added. Maybe some of this stuff is going to trickle down into standard mode. Maybe we'll have to wait for the league to end. Maybe some of it's already active now. Who knows? But yeah, this is the way we've chosen to play, where we don't want to, be constantly resetting our progress. We want to play with one character, and then just persist with that one character and see how far we can get. We may make other characters in the future, right? Because there are other classes in the game to check out, but the philosophy is we don't want to be part of this whole, FOMO, rushing to get everything, jumping on all of these limited time only things one at a time. No, we want something that's steadier. We want something that is a little more durable. We want a story that lasts. And that is why we've chosen to play in standard mode. And I do believe I'm gonna have to remember how my character even works. I had like a double slash attack. I had a couple different attacks, and I had some defensive options as well. Can I hover over this stuff? So double strike and lacerate were our main ways of doing damage. Dash was on B, and default attack is on A. Sounds good. Nothing on the triggers. Blood and Sand was on left trigger. Precision. Can activate precision? No. And then Blood Rage and nothing on these. Okay, so I'm gonna have to remind myself. I'm gonna remember how this even works. One thing I read in the patch notes was maybe new elites, new uniques were added. Has this number changed? I feel like, I feel like this number is, in the bottom there where it says 5 out of 1,176. I feel like that denominator has grown larger, but maybe I'm just imagining things. Oh god, what am I doing? Oh, I'm just trying to leave, man. How do I close this menu? That's okay. That's how you close the menu. That's done. So let's talk to a couple people in town, because they've got stuff to say to us. What does Bannon have to say?
No, damn it all. That's just too strange to abide. I'm glad you made it. And innocence tells me I need to keep helping you. So that's what I'm going to do. I know my way around weapons and armor, and all things Templar if you should want for further enlightenment on that subject. As for innocence, I don't know. Sometimes he makes sense, other times he's a shattered god, but he'll heal. I'll make sure of that. Lani's told me a little about Utula and his cult of Kitava. Enough to know what Utula's got planned. Bring about the fall of one god so he can raise up one of his own. And this Kitava, from what fragments I can piece together from Innocence, he's not the benevolent kind. Please, find Utula and stop him. I'm not saying this because I want to put Innocence back on his divine throne. I'm saying this because Oriath is my home. It's made some mistakes, but it doesn't deserve the fate that Utula has in mind.
I'll be honest, I don't remember any of these names. It's been so long. Also, excuse me while I lower the volume slightly. There we go. It was a bit loud on my end. So we talked to him, and then apparently Lani has something for me.
You deserve recognition for what you have done. You've freed us from Templar oppression. Yet I fear you may have defeated the lesser of two evils. Still, take something. You'll be needing it in the dark times to come.
Alright. Jewel. Rare jewels. I guess we'll take a green one. Right? That's our color, I think. Or was it blue? I think it was green.
Once Kitava has gobbled up every scrap of Oriathan flesh, sucked every Oriathan bone dry of marrow, he'll turn his endless hunger to Namakanui and the whole Karui archipelago. As you know, the Karui will fight, and they'll fight hard, but they're going to need all the help they can get. And I know of 3 treasures that might just make the difference. They were taken when the Templar raided Namakanui. A whip woven of Hinekora's hair. A tooth that Tukohama ripped from his own mouth. A fishhook that was once the jawbone of Valakor. Together, they're known as Kitava's torments and lie within the reliquary that borders Oriath Square. I saw them with my own eyes when delivering messages to the scholars there. Please, go to the reliquary and claim those treasures before Kitava's children do.
Okay. I'll think about it. It's an optional quest, but of course I will do it. Now we gotta just go mine. And why are all of these lit up? Is there stuff happening there? Let's focus on the main game for now. Right, so where do we gotta go? Ruin Square, is that the farthest we've been? Chamber of Innocence, Torched Courts. That's 43, 44. So this seems to be the place to go. There's a few different offshoots from there, which is, I'm sure, most likely where we'll be able to make some progress on these quests. Now I've got to remind myself how my build worked. I think our main form of attack was Lacerate because of the area of effect. So I'm gonna mainly just use that, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we find some good stuff. Hopefully we you know, just generally have a good time. I'm sure we're getting close to beating the main game. Maybe that'll happen this episode, maybe we'll have to wait until next week, but regardless, I think we can get some good stuff done today if this area ever loads. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, oh, my precision is active. Should I put blood and sand is also active, I think? Precision. That's blood stance. More damage. Less area for... Okay, sounds good. There's Lacerate. Alright. Right. Okay. And where we, how do I get the map? Oh, hang on. Where's the map? Oh, there's the map. How do I get it to be big? Oh, there we go. That's how I get it to be bigger. We'll leave it in the corner for now. So, oh, easy, easy. Somebody's attacking me. Cobalt jewel. It's only blue. But I guess jewels are maybe something we should not scoff at. Alright. Right. Lots of special enemies. But no special loot so far. There's these dudes basically setting landmines on the ground or something like that. Alright. So where do we want to go? I kind of want to do the optional quest first. You know, just get it out of the way so that we don't make too much main game progress before doing it, and then you know you got to go back and finish like a low level optional quest. I think that'd be a suboptimal way of going about things. Let's run around until we find some sort of transition zone to another area. Yeah, okay, this is probably something we'll have to open some other way. I should be using my dash more often as well. Or like, at all. I haven't really felt the need to use it yet. But, it can get you out of some tricky spots, so we'll, just remind ourselves that we have it. Alright. Take out some of these deranged slavers. Frozen Legion. I mean, I'll pick it up. Not confident that I'll use it at all, but okay, we'll reposition there because it was getting a little bit crowded. Alright. Kitava's Torments is the quest that I want to do. Ravenous God. Ruined Square. Kill Uchula. Ossuary for the Sign of Purity. And what else? The Reliquary. So the Reliquary is where we would want to go. And I'm hopeful that we're maybe going in the right direction. Only one way to find out. So this was a whole waste of time. We just walked in a goddamn loop. I'm gonna check the world map, cause Ravenous God. Where are my other quests? Oh, here. Hang on. I can mark quests, right? Oh yeah, Kitava's Torments is telling us to go there. These other quests are not even... Oh, both of them are marked as belonging to the place we're already in. And I'm hoping that if the map is accurate, then we're going in the correct direction at least for the Kitava's Torments thing. That the Reliquary should be in this direction, because it's roughly marked in that direction on the map. So it would make sense that you gotta go here. Sure, I'll pick up an augment orb. So, shut up, dude. See if maybe... Now, I don't know if the reliquary is gonna be, like, off the edge of the map, or if it's gonna be just, like, a building within the map. Nevertheless, it should be roughly in this, this kind of a direction, I think. So let's see what we can do about it. No map events happening so far, so it's pretty quiet other than just the irregular enemies. Okay, here's something. Is this... There we go, the reliquary. Is there going to be a boss fight? Is it just going to be regular enemies? Are there going to be traps? Are there going to be other events going on? I guess we'll find out. I guess we will find out. A little bit slow to get going. Keyhole? Keyhole. Portal is good. Although a little bit unsettling that they felt the need to give us a waypoint. We got some champion enemies. Alright. Because the fact that they gave us a waypoint suggests that maybe it's a difficult area. Or a long area. This is a 5-socket rare. I'm not gonna bother with it though. Easy, guys, relax, just chill. Blam, you're dead, but I got the feeling that somebody was hitting me from this part of the map. I'm gonna... Easy. Breezy. Right. Let's get a little up close and personal with these guys, because with the height difference... Let's pick up the alchemy orb. With the sort of Z level difference, I don't know if some of our attacks are just going on above their heads, or if we're hitting them, but certainly when we're next to them, it's a lot more reliable to hit them and make sure that our attacks are actually landing on them. Open up some chests. This is... trying to... A 4-socket, all of them were linked, all of them were blue. Out of my way, dudes. Alright. Big area. I like the indoor areas because the lighting effects from your own skills and from the enemy attacks and just the enemy graphical effects in general look really nice indoors against a dark background. Alright. Alright. So we've got some stuff marked. This is one of them. I was trying
to replace the feast of birds that Kitava had greedily consumed. Tsukuhama, our father of war, and Valakor, father of storm, went fishing. Although Kitava was blind, he could still cast his line and feel when a fish took his baits. So, Tsukuhama and Valakor took him with them on Tsukuhama's mighty canoe. But while they fished, Kitava grew hungry and secretly ate all of their bait of grubs and worms. Disgusted and angry, Tsukuhama and Valakor decided to use Kitava as bait instead. Valakor used his own jawbone as a hook, impaled Kitava on it, and cast both into the sea. Kitava sank to the bottom of the sea, but instead of the fish eating Kitava, it ate all of the fish that nibbled at him, flesh, scales, guts, and all. When Tsukuhama and Valakor hauled a fat-bellied Kitava back up from the sea, they were even more furious and knew that Kitava must be punished one final time.
Okay, so that story, I don't know if you could hear it. I've tried to keep the volume for the dialogues as high as I can, but it doesn't seem like it comes through very well in the recording. So that story was basically about how some dudes were going fishing and Kitava ate all of their bait, which seems like a weird thing to do. And then they punished him by, I guess, killing him and dismembering him and using his body as bait, and then somebody else used one of their jaws as a fish hook. I'll be honest, I'm skeptical as to the truth of this story. It's, I guess, possible that it happened, but even in a fantasy world, I feel like it's a little bit hard to bring myself to think that this is something that really happened. Probably just a weird religious thing. Tukohama's tooth? Let's read this.
Arohongui, daughter of the moon, was preparing for a feast to celebrate Tukohama's return from his war on the first ones of the Ezamites. Tafor, son of the forest, asked each of the birds to sacrifice one of their kind for the feast. He gave these offerings to Arohongui, who cooked them in a great fire-stone pit. Seeing all of those plump birds cooking made Kitava very hungry, and he offered to watch them, to make sure they didn't burn while Arohongui rested during the heat of the day. Arohongui thanked Kitava for his kindness, but while she slept, Kitava ate the cooking birds, flesh, bones, gizzards and all. Upon waking, Arohongui was furious to find that Kitava had lied to her, for saying that he would watch the birds when he truly intended to eat them all up. When Tukohama arrived home in his mighty canoe, Arohongui asked him to punish Kitava for his selfish gluttony. Tukohama, our father of war, agreed and pulled the sharpest tooth from his own mouth. He then asked Arohongui and Tafor to hold Kitava fast while he cut Kitava's face with the tooth. 2 slashes that blinded Kitava and formed a bleeding cross upon his face. From that day forth, Kitava would never be able to promise to watch that which he truly intended to consume.
Okay, that was another long story. Ooh, easy. I kept quiet while it was being said, but I'll be honest, I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was more paying attention to making my way through this realm. Trying to pick up this orb of fusing. I'll be honest. I don't really... When it comes to the lore for video games and fantasy worlds, I'm fine with the lore about stuff that actually happened, even if there's an element of, okay, the narrator is unreliable, so maybe some of the stuff didn't really happen, like if somebody's narrating the history of a place. I don't care at all about like the religious lore of people. Like, listen, I don't care about religion in real life. I'm certainly not going to care about the religion of fictional people, right? That it just isn't interesting to me. It's probably interesting to other people, right? Because you know when they write about religious traditions, obviously it's going to be influenced by the religious traditions in whatever place the people come from that made the game. Ooh, there's a nice little chromatic. So that's a fun thing for some people. It just I don't really care that much. Anyway, let's take out a key of devotion. All right, we got a couple of keys. Easy. Let's take out this strong box. A triple pack of monsters. And what do we get for our troubles? Well, we get shot in the face by these bozos. But what do we actually get? We get garbage. Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks, man. Easy. This may possibly be another chromatic. Yes, it is. Okay. Well. Alright. We'll take a look at this.
Tukohama, our father of war, and Valakor, father of storm, took Kitava to Hinekora, mother of death. They asked her to kill the greedy Kitava, for surely their tribe would starve if Kitava continued to live among them. But Hinekora refused, for death would not teach Kitava the lesson he needed to learn. Instead, Hinekora beat Kitava with a whip woven of her own hair. To Kitava, each strand was a searing lash, and so he wore thousands and thousands of blistering lashes across his back, as Hinekora drove him relentlessly into the darkest corner of the underworld. There she left him to suffer, without water or food, for the rest of eternity. And there Kitava remained, in the darkness of Hinekora's night-clad island, for time beyond measure. There he suffered, waiting for the day that he could return to the world of light, to slake his scorching thirst and satiate his ravening hunger.
So, again, I wasn't really paying attention. The only thing I got from that is apparently, in addition to being really hungry, Kitava is also really thirsty. Okay, I mean, I guess it's kind of relatable. And other people are not a fan of how much he's been eating and drinking. Seems to me like it's like an eating disorder. Like if we are to treat this as a true story, a true thing that happened, then obviously this Kitava individual has some sort of eating disorder. And with disorders like this, it's not even the case that people are doing it consciously or deliberately. It's just hello, what's do you care about this? No, we don't. It doesn't seem to me that the other people around him picked effective ways of dealing with Kitava and his various issues. Let's pick that. How do I get back to the start? Because I'm sure this is where we will be using our keys and the relics. Are they in our inventory? Key of Devotion, Tokohama's Tooth. Valako's jaw, and then somebody's hair, I think. Key of Strength. Hinakora's hair. And the stuff that we said we were gonna sell. Alright. Easy does it. Just chillax, everybody. Oh, what garbage have I picked up? Okay. Okay. We got some vault keys. Alright. Now the... What? Excuse me? Do you have to do them both at the same time? That's weird, dude. Whatever. We did it, though. And we immediately got attacked. Energy shield explodes. And rages as life lost. Very tanky. Let's kill some of his friends. Maybe let's switch to our single target attack. To take out the Doom Limp. Sure, I'll take 2 Alteration Orbs, why not? Treasure piles. No, not really. Alright, I'll pick that up. Not really the kinds of things that, Hello? I think we already have this, don't we? Man, is that the same Quicksilver Flask that we already had? Maybe it'll have better stats. Anyway, let's pick it up. Is there anything else out of these that we want to pick up? If that's a duplicate, I'm gonna be very annoyed. Man, shut up. Shut up, dude. Alright, so what is this? It looks like it's the same. Rot gut, yeah, okay. Let's take a look at the stats. 44% increased duration. It's garbage, dude. But actually, it's not that bad because it's a because it's we can basically what I'm trying to say is we can put it in our stash, and then it'll be in our stash, and then we won't need to, like, it's gonna count for our collection, and we can also use it because we've got 2 of them, and then the duplicate can go in the stash. But the one that we're actually using, the better one, can stay where it is. So let's deal with that first. Go into our unique stash. Drop off Rotgut. How do I stash it like this? And yep, it's the only unique flask that we have found. So we'll be happy about that.
I'll see what I can do for you.
Just sell you some stuff pretty quick. Get a couple cool chromatics. Or you know what? Let's just accept the trade. I said let's accept the trade. Go to our stash. There's a couple things we wanted to drop off in here. So what were the gems that we picked up? Infernal Cry is a red activated skill, so Oh, no, 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 no. No, no. Where did... No, 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 no. I don't want to... I don't want to socket it. Hang on. I don't want to socket it. I want to move it. Discard or place? Do I have to... Pick up and move it like this? It's such... I feel like the controller... the controls for the controller... like the setup in this game... could do with a little bit of improvement. You know, let's go to our... currency tab, drop off some of this stuff. Alchemy, scouring, alteration, Durdra's Madness. I think we had that from before. Transmutation shard. Sure. Sure. Let's just move this there. Let's get rid of some of our low-level jewels. So let's go to you.
I'll see what I can do for you.
Do you even care about jewels? I think we're not gonna really worry about jewels that are less than rare. Although I'm sure there are some really good, like like regular blue jewels that are really good, probably. Ooh, was this item find? No, it was other stuff. Let me just accept this trade.
I'll see what I can do for you.
Let me move the stuff around. Move it here. What did you even give me? Alchemy shard. Okay, whatever. Alright, I think we're good. Let's talk to Lonnie.
Not all slaves believe Dutula's lies. Some I know have managed to steal a ship and are soon to set sail for Namakanui. Hopefully, with these treasures on board, Valakor will bless their voyage and breathe deeply into their sails. No, I'm not going with them. I helped bring this curse down upon Oriath, so I'll help save what little there is left to save. Here, take something, in thanks for your part in preserving the Karui Way.
Don't even worry about it. Book of Skill. Don't mind if I do. Speaking of skill points, we've got a couple of them to spend. So let's go ahead and go to our passive tree. And what were we working on? One useful passive reset. I'm not gonna use it. Because I don't know what has even been changed in the skill tree. I'm gonna keep it like this for now. Let's take a look at what does it look like we were moving towards. With our two skills, I think we were in this tree. Right. I don't... Did we take the... Well, we have it now. Maximum frenzy charges. We are on frenzy charge build. So we'll take that. And charge duration could be good. Cannot be shocked while at maximum frenzy. Maximum power charges. Cannot be chilled at maximum frenzy. Actually, that sounds pretty good. More damage also sounds pretty good. Nearby enemies cannot gain charges. How about... Cannot be chilled while at maximum frenzy. Sounds like a really good utility thing to have. I'll take that. Or we could just go for like raw damage. But I think this is going to be more useful. I might be wrong, but I've made my decision. And I gotta think about what do we want to do next? Hang on, did we not take the dual wielding mastery from here? Or was it because we didn't know what we wanted? Because we've gotten other dual wielding masteries, yes we have. So we haven't actually taken the mastery from this dual wielding tree, but let's take a look. Offhand critical strike chance, well, good, that could be good. Gain elusive when you block, or block attack damage. You know what? 15% chance to block attack damage if you've not blocked recently. Sounds like a... a good thing to have. Do I have one more skill point left, or what do you... I have 1 point left. Okay. So I tell you what, let's just take this, right? Or have we already taken it? You know what? Let's do offhand critical strike chance. Sure. Yeah. That's taken. Oh no. Oh, I fucked up. I didn't confirm the I messed up. I didn't confirm the skill after taking charge mastery. So I didn't have, you know, a whole extra skill point. What? Why am I being told to go to the control blocks? What? Excuse me? Is there something in this area that I need to go to? What? Oh no, it just marks the exit. Okay, well that's kind of pointless. Let's go back to the square. So we went to the reliquary. We'd now like to go east, I think. I think that's going to be the next pathway for us. I don't think we're going to be clearing this act in this video, but we will maybe do the next main quest stage, having done some side questing, and me having messed up with my skill selection. Easy. We got frenzy charges. Yep. Easy. Easy, guys. Chill. chill. Alright. Now more damage could be pretty good. But I'm also thinking that maybe... Hang on a sec. Maybe we just want... Because I'm thinking about, like, what do we do when we... gain one more level? Like, do we just... go for the same thing that I went last time, which is when you're at max frenzy charges, you get a... Maybe charge duration? I feel like charge duration could be pretty good. We'll think about it. Easy. We're already about... Ooh, nice. About 20% of the way to a new level. Alright, let's go up. And I think this is where we need to go for the quest situation. Hang on a second. What? This is the ruin square, right? That we're in right now? Yeah, so there's... Uchila is in the ruin square, so... The Ravenous God... Find the entrance to the ossuary. It's gonna be in... somewhere in here. Did we find it? So these are the torched courts. That I don't know if we need to go there yet. So let's keep looking. Let's see if we can find something that looks like an ossuary. Which I'm not sure if I entirely know what an ossuary is, other than I think it might be a place to keep bones. Alright, Scarlet Raiment, the Ruined Square. We already went into the reliquary. Had a pretty good time there. Alright. Another skill. Alright. Alright, don't need to worry about that. Let's keep moving. Nothing there. This is a pretty large zone. And it's got... It does that annoying thing that role-playing games do where it tells you that an area is blocked off. And yes, admittedly, some of these blocked areas look like it would be uncomfortable to get across. But for sure, you could just like walk through. You could climb over, you can climb around. And in real life, you wouldn't actually be blocked off by a lot of this stuff. But yeah, it's a large area, and a lot of it is you know, just sectioned off and inaccessible in a way that can be pretty annoying. Anyway, let's keep on going. And maybe frenzy charge duration could be a thing. Because we are at 3 charges right now. But, oh, when they wear off, all of them go. Oh. It's not hard to get back up to 3 when we are at when we're in combat. I'm thinking charge duration is gonna be the most useful thing. Honestly. Now we've gone all the way back to the whatchamacallit, the reliquary. I'm gonna check something. If we go into the reliquary, can we just open the big chest? Or is it gonna say you gotta find the keys again? You gotta find the keys again. Okay. Well, we're not redoing the reliquary just to open that chest again. I think there are better uses of our time in this game. So maybe we do have to go to the torch courts. But let's run around, see what other transition points this area has. Oh, there's something on the map. See that blue icon on the easy blue icon on the map? There's also an icon above us. Stately hideout. Ooh, is this a new hideout or a?
This seems like a good area to build a hideout, but it's filled with monsters. Can you clear it of everything dangerous?
Why, certainly. Easy does it. Relax, guys. Relax, dudes. Take it easy, bros. Chill. Chill. Couple more rooms. And then I think we'll be done. Here's the tough enemy. Tougher than I was anticipating. Are we done? We done? Are we done? I think we're probably done. So...
Curious. With the death of the last monster here, the very air itself feels different. I wouldn't use the word purified, but you've definitely negated the pile over this place. I'll stay here for now and make sure nothing dangerous re-emerges.
Alright, so that's another hideout claimed, I think. And if we go back in, is it gonna... Maybe it's after we load in and out of the game again that the hideout's gonna have our stuff in it. Probably. Easy.
Did you think our vengeance was done, Savior? Oh no, it has only begun.
Alright, let's take a Uchila. Easy. Really, that's it? I thought this motherfucker was gonna have a second phase, but evidently that's all he brought. Okay. Stately hideout, hideout unlocked. I don't know if there's something else I need to do to, like, resolve that event, or if it's just waiting for something else. I don't know. We'll go back to town. We'll wait a while for the instance to reset. Ooh, easy. I think in about 15 minutes. Like, I think 15 minutes of not being in an area will cause the instances to reset. And then, alright. And then we'll see what's happening in the hideout. Alright, what do we got going on here? Oh, we're in parts of the town that we've already seen. That was Uchula. And Ravenous God is the entrance to the ossuary. Huh. Well, you know what? Let's go back here. Maybe there's gonna be like something else that we haven't seen in one of these buildings. Everybody just chill. Risen Matriarch. Orb of Annulment, interesting. Is that the first one of those we've seen? What does that do? Removes a random modifier from an item. Interesting. So maybe if you had an item which had like a bad modifier. And by bad, I don't mean like an imperfect roll, like not a good roll, but a modifier that's actually making your build worse. Like, you know, maybe it's reducing your health or your resistances or something. Maybe you could use that to have a chance of removing that. That's the first thought I have for an item like that. But then if it's like a rare item, right? You'd want to have multiple copies of it in case you accidentally remove one of the good modifiers. You know, maybe I'm just completely wrong and you're supposed to do something else with this item. That's it. That was the reliquary over there. Maybe this building has something in it. Maybe not. Getting damaged pretty hard by some of these people, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Let's go up and around.
I can't do this just yet.
And see, maybe we should just go back to town. Maybe going back to town is gonna open up like this area or something. Because we certainly cannot just go around quickly. Stately hideout unlocked. Easy does it. area, unless we have to go to the Torched Quartz. Maybe we do. You know what? Let's first go home and talk to the dude. Maybe he'll give us some sort of direction, some sort of hint as to what to do next. We gotta talk to Bannon.
The High Priest is dead, yet the object of his devotion remains. There's no doubt you did all right bringing that man-turned-monster to heel, but you weren't able to stop him fishing his master out of a river of blood. Damn. Sorry. I never could get the hang of boosting morale. Didn't seem right to polish the edges off harsh facts. Probably why I never made captain. Still, I've been poking around here for a bit and have turned up Utula's stash. Quite the magpie he was. So here, help yourself. When it comes to hunting a god, I suppose every little bit helps.
Okay. I think this one's just like a free chromatic orb, isn't it? Right? If we sell this to you... Excuse me?
We live in interesting times, all right.
We sell this to you. Yeah, that's a perfectly acceptable trade. He didn't really help us out in terms of what to do next, but I guess we'll drop off this and we'll drop off. And that is indeed the first orb of annulment that we have picked up. I guess we're going back into the ruined square and we're going to go into the torched courts. And we'll hope that in those courts we will find some measure of progress. We did kill Utula. Utula was in fact in the ruined square. But now for the next quest. It's interesting because it has this very area highlighted. So I don't know if there's something in this area that we're missing. Because I certainly haven't found the ossuary. I don't know, man. Let's go into the courts and see what that does for us. Entering the torched courts. And we'll see if there's... No. This is the previous area. And there's nothing else we can do from here. So we gotta find a place called the ossuary. Did I just like walk past it and then not notice it? So the torched courts are not where we need to... Excuse me. Oh god. The torched courts are not where we need to be. Huh? I'll take that. Is that the ossuary near the... Is this the ossuary? Oh my god, it was right next to the waypoint. I thought, because it's next to the waypoint, it meant that we came from here. But no, we came from the torched courts. And then we found the waypoint. It was some distance away from the entranceway to this zone. I'm a fool. But I think we already knew that. Right, so there's quite a few things inside here, quite a few things marked on the map. I do love it when there are things marked on the map, because it takes the pressure off me in terms of finding things myself. Sealed remains. Don't really care. Easy does it. Gems leveling up. You gotta love that. Alright. 3 packs of monsters. And all we get is a jeweler's orb. You know what? I'll take it. Easy does it. Cruel Flare of the Haggard is now dead. Easy does it, boys. Alright. There were a couple other things marked on the map. I think one of them might have been a easy, like a crafting recipe, possibly. Easy. There's our quest objective, but there's something in here. Easy. Alright. Alright. Alright, getting closer and closer to another level. Feeling good about it. Alright. Easy. Blood rage has gone up, right? Armor scrap? Sure. Got some minions of Nightmaw. Easy. There's stuff exploding. Ah, he's a corpse exploder. He's like Neelatak from D2. Not as deadly as Neelatak. That guy was notorious for killing off people's hardcore characters in the early days, before people got a handle for how to deal with corpse explosion enemies. There's a few ways that you can deal with them. There's a... I think there was a ring you could equip where the affix was slain monsters rest in peace. And then that would do it. Another way is like freezing enemies and then their corpses would shatter. And that would also do it. I don't know why I'm going off on such a tangent on an enemy from an entirely different game, but that dude just sent me down memory lane. Here, let's take out Crypt Joint the Hideous. Hey, don't be so down on yourself. You're not hideous. I'm sure, you know, with a little bit of a, you know, a new hairdo maybe, and you'll be looking red as rain. Let's go.
I could hardly hope for better results.
Alright, got some stuff going on there. We went all the way around the ossuary, and we got the sign of...
Feels like power.
Okay. So now that that's done, is this? That's pretty huge, dude. Kitava is gonna be... That's the ossuary. We've been there. Now we gotta go to the thing that we couldn't cross, I do believe. See if I can spot it on the map. And then what we'll do is probably we'll wrap up after what I assume is going to be a proper boss fight. We took out a mini boss, but didn't really... it wasn't really that dramatic of a fight. Dude just died. Alright, so with this, we can indeed walk up here to the cathedral rooftop. Now, is this gonna just directly throw us into the fight, or is there gonna be like level 1, level 2, and then the fight's on level 3? Is it gonna be like one long area and then the fight? Or perhaps something different? We'll find out. We will find out. Come on. Let's go in. Let's go in, boys. I'm raring to go. Monsters that deal cold damage and freeze you. That's good to know. Uh-huh. Any second now. I should have probably installed this game on my SSD, but I didn't have that much space on it, so I didn't. Now, what are you? Oh, it's one of these things. Wait, whoa. God, dude. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? Easy. Whoa, boy. Whoa. Alright, don't need to care about any of this stuff. Very close to another level. In fact, probably this group of enemies is going to give it to us. Yeah. Boy. 53. Now let's allocate that passive that I said I would do. So what do... More damage and an increased attack and cast speed for each frenzy charge. I think the way to do this is to just raise our charge duration. And now I've got to apply this. There we go. And now I gotta decide what I want to get next. Because we're all in on frenzy charges. We could get mana. Nah, that doesn't seem that great. We could get maybe this. Armor per frenzy charge. Sorry, evasion per frenzy charge could be a thing. You know what? Evasion per frenzy charge might not even be a bad idea. What does this do? Accuracy rating. More accuracy against uniques. Accuracy at close range. Maybe we'll get accuracy against uniques. I'm not sure what accuracy even does, to be perfectly honest. Wait. There's a thing here. Oh, but there's no notable passive there. Okay. Okay. Ooh, what was this? What was this? What was this? Attack damage and leech? Attack damage and speed. I think this might be pretty good. Melee strike range. Attack speed per enemy in close range. Honestly, that seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. But we gotta gain some levels before that happens. Alright, so what? All the balcony? Don't mind if I do. Yeah, our charges are now very long lasting. And we can stay on 3 charges for a pretty long time now. I think that was definitely the right call. Although eventually they will run out. But the moment we get into combat, they show up again. Yeah, definitely the right call. Permanently staying on, well, quasi-permanently staying on 3 frenzy charges, I think is a little bit better than the charges being more effective, but then they're just vanishing and then not getting any value out of it. Easy does it, boys. Just chill. Grimzeal, just chill. Right, there's another one of those strong boxes, which we'll take a look at. We'll investigate this situation momentarily. Why does it mark tiny piles of gold on the map? That seems kinda dumb. Easy, easy. Oh, yeah, that's stupid. That's dumb. Easy. That's knock my phone off the table. That's dumb, dude. Hang on, let me just... Whoa. One thing about this game is that it can be very confusing in terms of figuring out where exactly the damage is coming from. The damage that people are doing to you. I think this guy killed me. Other people brought me to low health, and then this guy smacked me and killed me. I think that's what happened. Alright, there's something on the map. It's a side area, but I think it's worth doing. Right. Alright. Alright. Easy does it. Just move my cursor because it's distracting. Oh god. These machine gun dudes are what garbage have I picked up? These machine gun dudes are kind of brutal. Easy. All right. Oh. It's again one of those things where I didn't even see the guy that killed me. Because I'm trying to look at the map. I'm trying to figure out where I need to go. Man, why would you start me outside this area? Like, you knew I'm trying to do this area, so why would you checkpoint me outside? That's dumb, game. That's really dumb. All right. All right. I don't even know if it was a special enemy that killed me or a regular enemy, but here's a special enemy right here. Couple of them actually. This guy. Oh, he's a special named enemy. That explains. Excuse me? Can be used in a personal map device? Yeah, dude, shut up. I don't care. I'm just trying to pick up the stuff, man. Come on. Sacrifice at dawn, research journal. Yeah, don't care. I think we're done with this area. Alright, that was a little unfortunate that we got sniped by that guy, but it really did feel like he came out of nowhere, so I'm not gonna cry too much about that. I should also be aiming to wrap up this episode soon. Kind of want to take out Kitava, or at least get another checkpoint, another waypoint. Some sort of tangible progress post entering this area is on my list of things to do, and we are getting absolutely surrounded. That attack speed buff is actually sounding like it could be pretty good. There's two places. Cathedral Apex? What? Are you... Well, before I go in there, which is potentially going to be a boss fight, I just want to explore the rest of this area. Just to make sure I'm not leaving anything interesting behind. That offshoot optional zone that we were just in is still marked on the map. But we don't have to worry about that anymore, and I think we're done. Yeah. Just a little bit of exploration. In the middle. And I don't think there's anything else. Well, no, there's nothing. So we'll go into the cathedral rooftop. Actually, there's a little bit to the right. Let's just
yet.
check to see what we got here, and the answer is probably nothing. Yep, looks like it.
Now
All right.
seems a good time to question my life decisions.
Hello? Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Easy, easy. Oh no. It's a... Am I even dodging this properly? Probably not. Uh-oh. What? He's... Oh, do I have to... Oh no, what are you... Ah, dude, you were... How are you already shifting to another phase? I have no idea what this fight is. Am I even hitting you? What is this? Kitava's heart. Excuse me? Am I not damaging this thing? Man, what? You're champion of the what now? Get fucked, dude. How much health does this thing have? Oh my god. Ooh, god. Oh, how are you? How are you glowing again? Oh, and I can still damage you. You're not invincible. You're not invincible. I'm not invincible, certainly. Oh god. Yeah, this fight is... I mean, it's a cool fight. I love the concept. I'm just struggling to figure out what the deal is. Okay, so now the heart is out again. Oh, easy. There's a little bit of lag as well, which is why a lot of my reactions are just a split second too late. Easy, easy, easy. Yeah, I gotta take out this dude. These ranged attacks are pretty deadly, it seems. And now we're getting some good damage done. Oh. Whenever he creates a ground hazard, I'm sensing that... I call shenanigans on that one. Yes, I screwed myself a little bit. But, still. I feel like, oh no, some of these attacks are so weird. What is happening to this guy, man? He started out looking so normal, and now
extinguished.
What? The fuck off. What's happening? What?
There is no shame in falling to a god. Shame lies only in refusing to rise again. You shall soar. That much I'm permitted to foresee. You shall ascend to the peak of your loftiest mistake, and from there you shall pluck a single surviving hope from the jaws of immortal despair. A ship sails for Lion Eye's Watch not far from here. Be on it.
Man, I have no idea what the fuck just happened.
Is this what losing a fight feels like? Ugh.
What? Wait, what am I doing? What's the... Kitava has destroyed the sign of purity and can no longer... Have I messed up? Hang on. Let me look this up. Have I messed up, or is this intended? Path of Exile. The Ravenous God is an Act 5 quest. Alright, let's see. Quest completion will be listed in the quest log as quest failed. This is intended. Kitava cannot be defeated in this act. Well, screw you, game. Screw you, game. It's a bunch. I mean, I respect you for doing that. But at the same time, screw you. Right? So...
I'm Captain Lily Roth, and we sail for Rayclast. Better to live in exile than die on this psychotic bonfire of an island. You want to make it out of here? You'd better get on board. But make it quick, 'cause I ain't got time for tears and regrets.
Alright.
Remember, this ain't no charity run. You owe me. Cast off!
Okay. Lion Eye's Watch was the Act 4 hub area, I think. Or am I confusing it with something else? Anyway, we just sat through a pretty epic but also pretty weird boss fight with the what seemed to be a scripted, unavoidable failure state. And now we have minus 30% to all our resistances, which seems kind of rude. That Kitava seems to be kind of a rude dude. And we are now in Act 6, Part 2. No, in Part 2 of the game. In Act 6. So Act 5 is finished. Act 6 begins. Alright, let's talk to Lily.
Alright, we're safe for the time being. Now let me introduce myself properly. Lily Roth. Yep, I'm one of those Roths. Some call me smuggler, others pirate. Yet I prefer the sound of nautical entrepreneur. Came up with that one myself. So you come see Lily if you need something, or even if you just fancy a good chat with a lovely lady. Don't think I'd be forgetting that favor you owe to me. In fact, now I think of it, there's certainly a way you can be repaying this most considerable debt. You see, those blasted cultists have been plundering the refugee ships trying to escape Oriath. And if not for my incomparable skill as a sea captain, we'd have met the same fate. But now the drowned dead are washing ashore, and they ain't staying dead. There's been a whole lot of blood, sweat and tears getting these few lucky survivors here in one piece. What sort of captain would I be if I let them get ripped apart by walking corpses? Wipe the Twilight Strand clean of those filthy undead bastards and I'll call us even. Might even throw in a little something extra if you can pull it off.
Okay. Well, we'll talk to the rest of these people, I think, next time around. Because right now, I think it's about time to wrap up. We did, in fact, clear out Act 5. We're now in Act 6. How many acts are there? I don't know. I'm not going to look up anything until after I've beaten the game properly. Let me drop off a few things. Orb of Augmentation, sure. Orb of Alchemy, sure. Sacrifice it, whatever. I think we have some of these, right? So now I've got 2 of those. I got a few of those. That I've got to sell. Go here. This is a green activated skill. Alright, supports attack skills, cannot support skills which create minions. Supported skills grant elusive on critical strike. Don't really care that much. What else did I want to drop off? We've got a couple armorers scraps. Drop those off. And Weeping Essence of Contempt. This is the first one that we have 2 of. The first one of these that actually stacks on top of itself. So that's done. And then let's... This is a Val skill. Where were we keeping our Val skills? We were keeping them here. We'll just throw you guys in here. And then there's a couple other things to drop off. Namely, there's this thing. Chaos Orb. Stash that. And there's another one of these. Okay, Jeweler's Orbs. Get rid of that. Still holding on to that. Blast Rain is a green active thing, so I'll just drop it off here. And hopefully we can sell stuff to Lily, because I don't want to start any new dialogues. A lot of people to talk to.
Good tidings to you.
I cannot sell stuff to you, so I'm gonna have to talk to somebody. Vestal.
Now there's a pair of eyes I could never forget. If the tales are true, those peepers of yours have seen all the wonders of Rayclast by now. And a few things they likely wish they hadn't. Oh, and no need for us to speak of Oriath. My ears are brimful with the sorrows these wretched companions of yours have been spilling.
Right.
Now, I'm sure you've noticed that Lion Eyes Watch has seen better days. Our once bubbling township has, alas, become a brooding quagmire of gloom and despair. I blame the unrelenting weather. As you know, I am both a humanitarian and a strong believer in the soul-sustaining power of story. Back when I was still captain of the Merry Gull, many days at sea afforded me time to work on my thespian aspirations. I wrote a theatrical epic, a one-man show entitled Cedric and the Buxom Stranger. I sealed the manuscript inside a roll of oiled leather and stashed it in the hold for safekeeping. Perhaps you could salvage it for me from that tidal island upon which my poor ship came to rest. Who knows? Maybe we can bring some joy back to Lion Eyes Watch with a bit of live entertainment.
Right, so we did indeed have to pick up another quest talking to this guy. But let's just quickly sell you this. Accept that trade, go back to our stash. Which is here. Drop off this chromatic orb. And let's reflect on what was accomplished in this episode. We didn't find any real unique items other than a duplicate for a thing that we're already using. The Rotgut Quicksilver Flask, which is pretty good. I should be using this more often, but I don't know if I want to be consuming my frenzy charges, because now that I know how useful they are. Gain onslaughts for 3 seconds per frenzy charge consumed. So we would gain like 9 seconds of onslaught if we used it with 3 frenzy charges active. We'll figure out our build as we get going. So we didn't find any great stuff. We did, however, beat Act 5. One consequence to beating Act 5 is we've lost 30% of our resistances on everything. We are now at negative 30% chaos resistance, which is just foul. It's abysmal. It's bad. I've got to do something about that. I don't know what I can do about it, but I've got to do something. Or we're just going to have a really rough time. But that is something for us to worry about in the upcoming episodes next week. In the upcoming episode next week. For now, though, it's time for me to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Hope you'll join me next Saturday for the next installation in our Path of Exile treasure hunt. And until then,